A Wookiee Jedi and Yoda and Yaddle's baby will be taking over Rey's Jedi Temple. The new Jedi Order movie set to release in 2025 is the next Star Wars film. This will follow Rey 15 years after the events of the sequel trilogy. And I know, I just said Rey in the sequel trilogy in the same sentence, but stick with me because I think two Jedi that we already know and love that both happen to start with the letter G could help fans swallow the pill of getting yet another sequel movie. Grogu and Gungi, two younglings ready to grow up and take over the Star Wars universe. Now I'm sure you all know who Grogu is, formerly known as Baby Yoda, but that made no sense because how could he be Yoda as a baby when we saw Yoda die in Return of the Jedi? So when Ahsoka Tano made her first live action appearance, we finally got his name. And since then, Grogu has become a Jedi, training with Luke Skywalker, a Mandalorian, got knighted by Lizzo, and adopted by Din Djarin. So technically his full name is Sir Jedi Mandalorian Din Grogu. But let's stick with Grogu for short. Now Gungi, on the other hand, may be unfamiliar to some people. He is the first ever Wookiee Jedi introduced into Star Wars canon as a youngling in the animated show The Clone Wars. But more recently, he made an appearance in another animated show, The Bad Batch, which aired earlier this year. Now, although Gungi has yet to make his live-action debut, and The Bad Batch takes place about 60 to 70 years before this Rey movie is, we know that a Wookiee's lifespan is about 400 years. So by the time of this new Jedi Order, Gungi would be about in his prime. And for Grogu around this new Jedi Order, he would be about 100 years old, and we know from Yoda in Return of the Jedi that he started training younglings when he was about 100 years old. So we can probably assume that Grogu is going to go through some sort of growth spurt throughout these next 50 years. So, if neither Grogu nor Gungi die before the events of this Rey movie, it seems likely that we could see both these Jedi involved in the new Jedi Order. Because although it was announced at Star Wars Celebration that this was going to be Rey's new Jedi Order and she was going to be the Grand Master, and of course they had Daisy Ridley come out on stage, it still seems likely that she won't be the main character of this movie. And like I said at the top of the video, most people probably clicked away from this video because I said Rey and the sequel trilogy in the same sentence. But if you stuck around this long, good for you, and smash a gosh darn like on this video. But like I said, bringing in two Jedi that people recognize that are fan favorite characters in Grogu and Gungi will help people swallow the pill that is this movie. Because let's be honest, there were 3 movies announced at Star Wars Celebration. This Rey New Jedi Order movie, a Dave Filoni directed Mandoverse movie, and a James Mangold Dawn of the Jedi movie. And of the 3 of those movies, this Rey New Jedi Order movie is at the bottom of almost everybody's list. So I think many fans already anticipate that Grogu is going to be in this movie. Just because of his impact on the fandom in the Mandalorian series, I don't think Lucasfilm would miss out on that opportunity. However, I don't think people are going to predict a Wookiee Jedi showing up that we haven't seen since all the way back during the time of the Empire. So I think if Lucasfilm is smart, and I know it's hard to tell sometimes, but if they are smart, they will bring in not only these 2 legendary characters, but every Jedi that fans already know and love that should be around at the time of this movie. Other options of Jedi that could be alive are Ahsoka, because her species lives to be about 200, Ezra Bridger, because he was born on the same day as Luke Skywalker, so he wouldn't be that old, and my personal favorite, Jacen Syndulla, the son of Kanan Jarrus and Hera Syndulla. If any of these characters show up in the new Jedi Order movie, I think we will be on the right track. However, one thing's for sure, if these characters, especially Grogu, are not involved in this movie, a lot of fans are going to go in already hating the film. But tell me what you think. Do you think we will see Grogu and Gungi and maybe even other Jedi in this Rey New Jedi Order movie set to release in 2025? Or do you think Lucasfilm is not that smart to put in these fan favorite characters and you think this movie will flop? We are still a few years away from this movie, so it is still hard to tell, but I'm sure we will get more and more information about this movie the closer and closer it gets. Smash a like on this video if you liked it, hit subscribe and hit that bell so you get notified every time I post a video. I know Gungi's a little bit more far-fetched, but I feel like if Grogu's not in this movie, a lot of fans are going to be upset. And if you want more, we do live streams on this channel every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And check out this video I just about Grogu having an appearance in Star Wars Rebels.